Let's see. This is gonna be iffy at first. Okay, welcome everyone. So, bear with me a second. Oh, we've already got one viewer. That is awesome. Um, sorry about this, guys. I started the stream a bit too early and I wasn't quite ready. Turns out that does happen. I'm not trying to be cocky there or anything. It just does. Um, so yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. So, bear with me just a second to maintain a couple things. Alright, guys. Let's see. Once again, bear with me a second. Alright. So, welcome to the live stream, everyone. How is everyone's day going? Let me know in the chat. Welcome back to Roblox Studio. So, we are doing Soda Factory Tycoon. And in the last episode, whoa, zoom, 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 zoom. Okay. In the last episode, we finished the Coca-Cola floor and finished the Pepsi floor. All we need now is the ceiling so that we can start the next floor. Let me pull up my planning document here. The next floor is Mountain Dew. Ooh, that's gonna be a fun one. Give me just a second, guys, to change the color of our subscriber goal thing. I know it doesn't matter to you guys, but personally, I like it. Let's see. All widgets. Subscriber goal. There we go. Settings. Let's see. I'm thinking a nice green today. Today seems like a green kind of day, considering we're doing the Mountain Dew floor. Let's see. Save settings. Refresh. Awesome. Yay, web integration. Awesome. Stream health is looking nice. We've got 2 viewers. Awesome. Let's get into the video. Alright, so Coke floor looks like this. And the Pepsi floor looks like that. Okay. So there are a couple of things that we need to do here. So, first thing that we need to do is this. So, the first thing that we need to do is make a Alright, let's try that. Sorry, working on something. First thing that we need to do is make the floor and the ladder. So these are going to be the things that allow the player to come up to the third floor. So let's do that. Okay, so workspace. Right, we gotta go into the Tycoon kit. Always go into the Tycoon. Ha 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 ha. Always go into the Tycoon kit first. Okay. So obviously we have our drop colors and stuff. Let's see. Floor 2, we're going to Control D. Now, why am I doing that, you might ask? Well, floor 3. The reason I am doing such a thing is because we need to make the floor before we can actually put stuff on it. So, for those who don't know, Mountain Dew is generally an excessive green. So that's what the color of this floor is going to be, is an excessive green. Like, very excessive. Like, unreasonably excessive green. Because why not? We're trying to demo after Mountain Dew, after all. So, that being said, let's get the ladder in. Sorry guys, I was taking care of something real quick. Alright. So next thing to do is ladder. So Control D. And we're going to rename the top one to be ladder 2. Now why are we renaming it to ladder 2? You'll find out soon enough. Alright. Collisions. There we go. So the ladder 2 is in. Now, the next thing we need to do is hook up the buttons for these. So, what do I mean by buttons? Well, I mean buttons. Hang on a second. I'm still going to be doing stuff, just have to take a phone call real quick. Hang on, guys. I have to make one more call. Sorry, personal issue. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry, personal issue, once again. Sorry for dealing with that on the stream, but okay. Alright. Alright. So, I've been working on adding in this stuff. Okay. So, next thing to do is the conveyor. And you constantly want to save when you're developing a game. I cannot stress that enough. You constantly want to save. Like, constantly. You always want to save your game. You always want to save your game. And the reason why is this. The reason why is that you never know when the program is going to crash. So what I mean by that is, quite simply, what I mean is, like, I never know if my computer could hit, like, a giant CPU spike, and the entire program could crash. You don't want that to happen, and you don't want your work to be unsaved, if you know what I mean. So, you always want to save. You always want to save before you... Oh gosh, that's fun. Okay. So, let's see. By conveyor, let's make it 1300. Dependency, floor 3. object conveyor 3, and price is going to be 13. Alright, now we are on to possibly my favorite part of the floor, developing the droppers. Ugh, this is always so much fun. The ugh noise had nothing to do with that. It's just the fact that it wasn't the fact of anything. I was just making a noise. People are allowed to do that from now and then. Alright, let's go. Mountain Dew Dropper 1. That's a mouthful. Alright, dropper script. Let's see here. Dropper script. Yeah, 1.5, that's fine. Mesh ID. Got that. Alright, drop color Mountain Dew. Actually, you know what? That's just gonna be Dew. And drop value Dew. Okay. So now that that is set, we are going to go on to sorry about that. We're going to go on to the next part of the game developing system. Okay, so where it says label, we need to find that part. There it is. Surface GUI, text label. And this should be like the last thing we need to do. Okay. So for those of you who are curious about how this stream is going to work, essentially the order of watch time, not the order of watch time, what am I saying? The order we're going to do things in is as follows. So we are going to make the Mountain Dew dropper. And then we're going to make the Mountain Dew floor. And then we're going to test it. Yes, we're going to test after every floor. Now, yes, I realize this is going to just stack up, and it might take a while. But we don't want it to take a while. Okay, Coke. Yeah, yep, alright. That's all good. Awesome. So, that's fine. Now, dropper base, Mountain Dew dropper. Alright, we're going to have it be that, and we're just going to have floor 3 be, like a darker, that's an absolutely awful green. Yeah, we're just going to have floor 3 be like a mild green, because I don't know about you. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be on like a floor with a bunch of neon green stuff. Like, that just, no. Alright. So, next thing to do is we've got Mountain Dew Dropper 1. Now we just need to make all of these. We just need to make 5 of these. So, rename Mountain Dew Dropper 2. Mountain Dew Dropper 3. Rename Mountain Dew Dropper 4. And finally, Mountain Dew Dropper 5. Now, these are all lined up, ready to go. I'm gonna, I still don't like the color of this. This is weird. Like, I don't want it to be that vibrant, but I don't want it to look like terrible like that. Something, there we go. That's good. It's not too dark, but it's not too vibrant. Okay. Alright, now with that being said, let's do this. Let's hook up these buttons. Alright. Control D. Collisions are on. There we go. Rename by, not with caps lock on, by Mountain Dew Dropper 1. That was 13. We'll have them go up by 100 now. 1400. Alright, dependency. Conveyor 3. Object. Mountain Dew Dropper 1. Price 1400. Not 14,000, but 1400. Okay. Alright. Now, here is the fun part. Doing this 5 more times. I'm just kidding. That's not fun at all. Not at all what I meant to click. There we go. That's fine. Rename to 1500. Okay. Dependency. Mountain Dew Dropper 1. That's good. You want to see the same thing. Now, the reason you want to see the same thing is because the dependency that you're putting in should be the same as the object of the old button you're duplicating from. Control D. Alright. Rename by Mountain Dew Dropper 3. 1600. And it is like this, so on and so on. So dependency is Dropper 2. This is Dropper 3. Alright, now Control D. Rename. 4. 1700. Now Control D. Nope. We're gonna delete that. Alright, where's 4? That's dropper number 4. Dependency should be 3. Object should be 4. And price should be 1700. Now that was 1500, so make sure we change that there. And change this here. Aha! That was a mistake that could have been possibly uncatchable. That is why you always do stuff in like a chronological, organized way. You know, you make button number 4 before you make button number 5, but you don't make buttons 4 and 5 at once in case you miss something in 3, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Alright, now Mountain Dew Dropper 4, object, Mountain Dew Dropper 5, price 1800. Alrighty. So, now that that is hooked up, let's get some walls in here, shall we? Purchases. Gotta wait for my laptop a minute because it decided to theme change. So Control D. Which one is the actual wall for? Alright. Rename to wall 7. Rename wall 8. Rename wall 9. Now, 7. Oh, why not make it vibrant? 7, 8, 9. Okay. So now we have the walls in. But we do not have buttons hooked up for them yet. Why do I mention the fact that we don't have buttons hooked up for them yet? Because we need to hook buttons up for them. You know, what other way are they going to be bought? You know, they can't just hover there. Alright, buy walls, Control D, and bring it up. There we go. Rename, buy walls. Let's go 1900. Mountain Dew Dropper 2. Object, wall 7. Price, 1900. Alright. Now, upgrade walls. Control D. I'm going to bring it up onto the floor we're on, and let's have the upgrade be 2000. Dependency, wall 7. Object, wall 8. And price, 2000. Considering we're on the 3rd floor and only into 2000, that's not bad. Alright, let's get this other upgrade button in here. Alright, upgrade walls. 21. 2100 is what I mean by 2100, if anybody was wondering. Dependency, wall 8. Object, wall 9. Price, 2100. Alright. So, let's see here. That should be everything. That's bizarre. Hang on. We need to fix something in the purchases. Mountain Dew Dropper 1. Front, back. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now let's play and give this game a shot. Wait. Okay. Never mind that. Never mind that. Well, we hooked all the buttons up correctly because nothing is hovering in midair. That is generally a good sign. It is generally a good sign when nothing is hovering in midair. And I just dropped my phone. Bear with me a second. There we go. Ooh, and it didn't even knock the thing out. Nice. Alrighty. So, there were two things that we forgot to do. These. So, drop color Pepsi is now drop color do, and drop value Pepsi is now drop value do. Alright. So, now that we've got that, we need to modify these. So, we're going to have that be 20 and drop color, we're going to have be the excessive lime green yet again. Alright. So, before we test the game, I do want to go into drop color do, drop value do. Alright. Let's try this. So, seeing as we are 32 minutes into the stream, I want to point out a feature called the chat box. If I can type it right. So, the chat box, as you see on your screen, the chat box is essentially exactly what it sounds like. You know, the chat box is a box where chat messages show up. So, why do I point that out? Well, the reason I point that out is you guys can type in the chat anytime you want, and I will do my best to answer you. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, ask in the chat. You know, if you guys have any game suggestions, type them in the chat. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about possible game suggestions. You know? Or if you guys just want to pop in and chat, type it in the chat. We had an incident last week where somebody was typing in the chat and I didn't see them, but I will see you guys. It might just take me a minute to not walk over, but to glance over and see. So feel free to chat in the chat box. You know, anything you guys want. You know, if you want to talk, that's fine. Just type it. You know, I will do my best to respond. Alright. Let's see. So we can now get the fifth dropper. Yep, that works correct. Let's see. So, alright. Here we go. Alright, and the second floor is 400. Got it. So, some of you guys might be asking, why did I choose a soda factory tycoon for the tycoon that I was gonna make? It's just in my list of games to make. You know? It is in my link. It is in my link. Not in my link. Why do I keep saying in my link? It is in my list of things that I want to make. Like, I've got, like, a city tycoon, and we'll get to that. But I do have a list of things to make, and I've been trying to make this one way simpler than the last one, so that it doesn't take us, like, a year and a half to complete. Because, there's more games that can be created, and I want to explore that area on stream with you guys. And, a bunch of people live stream because they have nothing else to do. And I say that, but I'm live streaming because I could either live stream or I could just be playing video games. And I'm live streaming, but I'm not live streaming video games, per se. What I'm live streaming is I'm live streaming me making a video game. Now, how is that different, you might ask? How is that at all different? Well, I'm gonna defend myself. It's different because I'm creating a game. And yes, I might be playing it in the process of creating it, but I'm also passing on the knowledge that I have in creating games to the people that are watching. So, yes, technically I'm creating a game and I'm playing it at the same time. But I'm also passing on the knowledge of creating that I have to other viewers. And I enjoy that. And I will admit that I enjoy that. I enjoy live streaming. I enjoy live streaming. I enjoy making videos. Those are things that I enjoy. And I can tell you guys, totally unrelated, that I have live streamed once a week for the past 3 weeks, this week being the 4th. And 2 out of those 3 weeks, I have gained a subscriber from it. Now, I don't live stream because I want to gain subscribers. Yes, I want to gain subscribers, but I'm not super needy for it. I'm not super needy for subscribers. And the reason why is simply because, people create on YouTube for different reasons. I don't know the reasons behind, like, DanTDM and PewDiePie and popular MMOs and them. But, a channel that I have followed for a while is The King of Random, which was led by the late Grant Thompson. And the reason that I mention this is because his story was everywhere. Like, almost everyone knew his story. And he wanted to create and find out how things work. And he created the King of Random as a place that he could put all of those adventures so that other people could learn from them. And unfortunately, he tragically passed away in a paragliding accident in August of 2019. But he ended up leaving the channel and hiring hosts and other people to, make the channel and stuff like that. Not make the channel, but you guys know what I mean. He hired other people to make the content. Now, I don't know the dynamics of this, but what I do know is that a bunch of people did not approve of his decision. And, he had a good reasoning behind it. You know, when he started his channel, it was just him. And since then, he's gotten married, had 2 kids, um, and, he had a family, and, he didn't want to be sucked up in his work. Hey, I did that right. Woohoo. Um, he didn't want to be sucked up in his work. He wanted to be able to still be involved in the channel, but still have a connection with his family and be there as his kids grew up. And, I can appreciate that. I'm still in middle school. I'll be in high school next year. I don't have the experience to say, the same thing happened to me. No, I don't have that experience. But I have been fortunate enough to have a very strong relationship with my parents, and I just know that if Grant was sucked up in managing the channel, he probably wouldn't have had the chance to have that relationship. So, and now he does, or did. But and the people he hired to make the videos, they are extremely good at doing what they do. I will just flat out say it. They are extremely good at making the videos. And, they carried on Grant's legacy like he wanted them to. And he left for a good reason, and he has been in, he has been in a fair amount of videos because, he did create the channel, and, I remember where I was when Grant, got killed. Okay, so we have to make the window for that bigger. Oh, that means we have to... okay, I'll work on that when we exit here. Okay. So, what I was saying was, they're all getting stuck on the second floor, so we need to widen that gap. We pretty much just need to, get rid of that floor area. We just need to get rid of one of the planks, and I'll make that change over to this floor. Hey, look at that. It all worked properly. Apart from the dropper thing, which I will fix, now. But what I was saying before was, I remember where I was when Grant got killed. And, I was actually in Las Vegas. We were checking into our hotel. I had just gotten off of the plane. We were staying at Mandalay Bay. We were checking into the hotel. I remember checking Instagram. And, I remember checking YouTube and seeing the, short 1-minute video that was titled Grant Thompson in Memoriam. And I'll have to admit, it shook me because, I don't know what goes on in, YouTubers' lives. I know that people in the gaming channel, in the gaming area, like me, are often perceived as people that have nothing better to do and want to waste their life away playing video games. Now, that is not at all what we are like. Sorry people, but that's not at all what we're like. And I say that because it's a common thing. I've had people talk about, not me, but I've had people talk about those people that way. And the reality is, these people are making a choice. You know? They're making a choice to do YouTube as a living, and it generally works out fine. You know? It generally does. You would think it wouldn't work out that well, but it generally does most of the time. And I can't stress that enough, that it works out fine. You know, sometimes it takes a while for these creators to get started. And I get that. It's taken multiple years for me to get to the point that I'm at. And I'm only at 34 subscribers, let alone like 34 million like some of these other people. And, you know, there's a reason that people create on YouTube. It could be that they want to make money, or it could be that they just want to make people happy. You know, it honestly has been great knowing that, not knowing, but, you know, past couple weeks I've live streamed, and people have, you know, come in and chatted with me in the live chat and stuff like that. And it's really nice to be able to have that connection with your fans, because most people, when I say people, I mean most YouTubers don't have that connection. And I kind of feel like that connection is what you need to have with your fans to be able to, you know, to be able to connect with them in a way that, you know, you can connect with them and they can give you feedback and stuff like that. You know, and it's nice to be able to do that. That's part of the reason why I live stream so much. Is because by chance that somebody stumbles upon this live stream and decides to chat something to me, I generally respond back. And like the guy last week said that, you know, most studio streamers, meaning Roblox Studio, most studio streamers don't respond back. That is part of the benefit of the small channel that I have. You know? That is honestly part of the benefit. And I kind of feel like people take live streaming as like a way to go live. But it's really, well, it is a way to go live. But really, it is also a way to connect with your fans. Sorry, voice crack there. Haven't had one of those in a while. Oh, hey, look at that. It's sunny outside now. And yes, I realize my live streams aren't as popular as my, they're not as popular as my videos, and I get that. And I totally understand why. You know? I totally get that people want to watch a video and don't necessarily want to watch a hour-and-a-half long live stream. And I get that. I totally do. You guys aren't offending me in any way. I just, like, I look at today's stream and I see 2 viewers. I I see 2 viewers. Thank you, viewer, for joining at, like, the exact right time. Like, that was almost on cue. I see 2 viewers, and I see it's only 2 people that I'm making happy. You know, if I saw 4 or 5 or 6 viewers, I would know that it's 4 or 5 or 6 people that I'm making happy today. And especially in the situation that we are in currently, I feel like it is pretty important that people are happy. With everything being shut down, people can't go out and do the things that they love. That's just a thing. That's not even a stat. That's just a thing. Like, I'm a squash player, and I can't go out and play squash. So, I've built a court in my basement. I might do a video on that later on this month. But, I've built a court in my basement, and, that's the best I can do. My family members will definitely tell you that the, court works. It definitely does work. And I can still hit at full speed and stuff like that. But, and right now it isn't bad because, weekends are boring sometimes. And today is May 1st. On May 4th, a lot of states, I think about half of them in the US, are going to start to ease restrictions. Now, the state that I'm in still has strict restrictions that are hopefully going to be eased up within the next 14 days, but none of us know at this point. None of us know what is going on right now. Because the let me try that again. Sorry about that. The statistics that we as citizens see is different than the statistics that the governors see and the doctors see. So we are getting a very watered down version of the statistics. And we don't know what's going on in, like, the governor's office. There could be, stuff going on when do we reopen the state, and most states have talked about reopening. They really have. Most states have really talked about reopening, and stuff like that. I follow the stuff in the United States because I'm in the United States. I hear stuff about what's going on in other countries, but I generally pay more attention to the stuff in the US. You guys can probably imagine why. And I just want to say that, times are tough right now, but as citizens of Earth, we have gotten through stuff like this. And I'm not at all saying that we won't get through stuff like this. We are going to get through stuff like this. Us as a human race prevail. We as humans prevail. You know, we've made it through, like, the Black Plague and stuff like that. I haven't had medical history, so I'm sorry if I get any of this wrong. But, we've made it through that. We've made it through the Great Depression. Unfortunately, it was a world war that got us out of the Great Depression. I have had American history, and that's part of world history, too. But, as a human race, we have gotten through tough times before. Um, and right now, for teenagers like me, um, right now, for teenagers like me, it is much easier for us to, be entertained during the day because we've got our phones, we've got social media, and most importantly, as much as we all might hate it, we have online school. Now, online school, there has been debates through my friend group, and I think through I don't know what is going on. Let's see. I'm only playing the game to try to stop whatever crazy, crazy movement thing was going on. There we go. Okay, that's better. I believe we've got stuff for 4th floor and ladder. Yep. So now we can start on the Dr. Pepper droppers. So the goal of today's episode is to get through all 3 floors, and I know I've been talking much, much more than I've been working, and I apologize for that. But I do feel like what I'm saying is important, and I do feel like teenagers that are feeling lonely should talk to someone. Talking to someone is the best thing that people can do for themselves right now. Because, believe it or not, people are there for you, Yes, they've got, like, the suicide prevention hotline and stuff like that. But, I was never social in elementary school and the better part of middle school. It was only last year and the end of 6th grade that I started to get social. And you guys are probably asking me, why is that? Well, here's my answer to that question. The answer to that is simple. I was never social because, I just wasn't. I'm an introvert. Being around people and social interaction takes energy from me. As my humanities teacher told me, and told the class, even, being an introvert or an extrovert isn't about what, it's not about whether you're social or not. You could be a not social extrovert. Being an introvert or extrovert means that being around people and having a high amount of social interaction drains energy from you. And being an extrovert means that being around people gives you energy. You draw energy from being around people. And um, I feel like that is pretty darn important because, I'm an introvert. I don't mind being stuck in the house. I do it all the time during summer. Um, but, I do miss talking to my friends because they would give me advice for my romantic life and stuff like that. For the record, I'm terrible at asking people out. Um, and, I do miss hanging out with my friends. I've been playing video games with my friends for a while. I have some friends that are across the country, and we've been playing Fortnite on a weekly basis. And I feel that I kind of feel that people should um, you know, do whatever they can to go and talk to their friends, even if it's texting, even if it's finding like a Netflix party Chrome extension so that you can watch Netflix with your friends, or even if it's group FaceTiming while doing something. I don't care what it is. People should go out and spend time with their friends. Because if I have learned anything, it's that um you know, you should talk to your friends. Your friends are generally there for you. They are generally there. They have your back. Um and friends stand up for each other. And I feel like that is pretty dang important when you look at the scope of all of this and everything that is going on. Um, I feel like people never. I feel like people always. Here's a funny one. Most teenagers out there can probably relate to this. So, most teenagers out there probably don't like getting up and physically going to school. They probably don't like the amount of homework that school teachers give. You know, they probably just don't like getting up early and stuff like that. Um, and, you know, virtual school is nice in the sense that, for me at least, it is much later in the day. Um, and, um, it is much later, for me at least. Like, before, like, I go to. I go to a nice school that has bus services and stuff like that. Um, and I can tell you that I would have to get up at 6:30 in the morning every day. Sometimes 6 even to go to school and get ready by the time the bus came. And I have to tell you, it sucked. It really sucked to do that. Um, and So, I just got a question in the chat addressing how you get the second floor. So, the way you get the second floor and any floor after it is actually quite simple. So, the way that you make the second floor is actually quite simple, as I literally just said. Why am I repeating myself? So the way you do it is you essentially make it a purchase. You make it part of the Tycoon. So, I hope that answers your question. I'm also gonna say it. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. I post content like this, every week. I live stream every week. Stuff like that. Alright, let's see. Mountain Dew Dropper 1. Control D. Bring up. So, I forget where I even was in my talking speech. Dr. Pepper Dropper 1. Alright, so that is the object. Let's see. By Dr. Pepper Dropper 1. 2,600. It's going up by a little bit more now, but not the crazy amounts from last time. Alright, so duplicate that, bring it over. Alright. So now we are just putting the buttons in. So 2,800. We're just putting the buttons in and wiring it up. So all I'm doing here is literally wiring up the buttons to the floor. Bear with me a second, guys. Alright, object, dropper 2, 2,800. Alright, control D. Rename, if I can click the right thing. 3,000. And that needs to be a 3. Alright, so dependency, Dr. Pepper 2. That goes over to 3. Price is now 3,000. Okay. So we've gotten 3. Rename. Alright, 3,204. Bring over. Pull down a bit. Dependency 3. Object 4. Price 3,200. Alrighty. So now to the last dropper button of the Dr. Pepper floor. 5, and that's 34. Hang on a second. Alright, sorry I had to sneeze. Didn't think you guys wanted me sneezing on camera. And no, I'm not sick with COVID. It's allergies. Allergies exist. Apparently, in the time of the COVID epidemic. Alright, let's see. Price. Alright, we got that. So now what we need to do is, walls. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Well, we've got that selected. That's now 10. 8. 8 now becomes 11, not 8, 11. And while 9, Alright. That did not work as planned. So alright. Let's see. Group wall. Let's see. So, well, now, was it 8? Yeah. Walls 7, 8, and 9 need to go in here so I can duplicate them. And now move these. Okay, this was way more complicated than it needed to be. Alright, so you move them back under here. Now the model that's empty you get rid of. And you change the color of that. Make it wall 10. Wall 11. Wall 12. Alright, now bring these up under purchases, and look at that. And now you just get rid of the empty model again. Nice. Alright. Now we need the buttons for them. So, most recent one, which is from the Mountain Dew. There we go. Alright. So the last thing there was 34. So we'll make this 36. Dependency, Dr. Pepper, dropper 2. Object, wall 10, price 3,600. Okay. So that is that. Upgrade walls. Duplicate. Bring up. And rename. Alright, these are going to be 3,800. Dependency of wall 10. Object of wall 11. Alright, and price is now 3,800. So, last upgrade walls before we test the game. And I think I'm just going to go a bit longer than I intended to and do the 5th floor today. You know, the stream might be going on a bit longer than intended, but you know what? It's fine. We're making people happy, and that's what counts. Alright. So, now that that's in place, let's save, and we've got to do one more thing. So, I came up with this system myself. So, what this system does is, there is a part color. So, there's a part color. Right? So, okay, it's drop color pepper and drop value pepper. So, the way the Tycoon is set up, there's a drop color, and you have like a colorizer and a materializer, and you can choose the materials and stuff. I got rid of that because I have a specific theme that I'm going for. Now, you don't have to get rid of it just because you have a specific theme, but I got rid of mine just because I had a specific theme. So, I mean, I guess you could do anything you wanted to, really. But what I have it do is I have a variable that's a color, like this, and a variable that is a number, so that I've got the so that I've got the oh, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Let's see. We're gonna make these 40. And drop color. I'm gonna make crimson. All right, now let's test it. That's bizarre. I gained a subscriber and lost a subscriber. That's weird. Never had that happen. Let's test this. And maybe I won't do the 5th floor today. Maybe I'll save that for next time and I'll have it be a longer stream. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So we're going to test this, and then I'm going to have to end the stream today, partially because my dinner is coming in like, I don't know, half hour. So I want to be able to wrap up the stream and wrap up the stream, decompress all of my laptop files and stuff that are used in the stream, and eat dinner. Alright, let's see here. So we've got all of the Coke droppers. Alright, we should have plenty for the walls now. Alright, still not enough. Sorry, I went mute for a second there. My grandmother needed information on a dinner order. Alright, let's see here. Alrighty. For the record, you are totally right. If one thing isn't working, then everything breaks. Code builds off of each other. Code builds off of previous code. Not like compile build, but alright, 750. Alright. Alright, let's buy these walls. That was a nice interaction. It's nice to talk to people, see? My point in the beginning of the stream was that people need to talk to other people, and that guy did exactly that. You know? That guy did exactly that. You know? He did exactly that. He took an opportunity to talk. And that's what people need to do, especially with the current situation. People need to be able to talk to each other. And, you can Zoom, you can FaceTime. You can do stuff like that. But human-to-human interaction is important, and that's been postponed currently. But see, talking to someone like that helps. It really does. I mean, statistics doesn't prove it. I just know from experience that it helps. It really, really does. Like, surprisingly does. Let's see. Alright, bear with me a second. Taking care of some personal stuff while we're just waiting for the money to roll in. Alright. Alright, so we should have... Oh yeah, that's a nice amount of money right there. Hey, they're not getting stuck anymore. Look at that. Oh, that's bizarre. Um, okay, that's fine. It's only projectiles. Can't hurt anyone. Um, yes, I'm saying that as a joke. Don't go reporting me to, like, a health organization or something. Not that those are bad, but don't report me to YouTube for being, like, super support violency, because I'm not. I'm not super support violency. You know, I don't think violence should be, you know, the first thing that a person goes to. But I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, so I've got a nice little project that will hopefully go up on this channel around mid-June. So, for those who didn't know, my grandparents used to have a pool in their backyard. They got rid of it because it was getting too much work, because it was too much work to maintain, and I was getting too big for it. So, um, I was getting too big for it, and it was getting to be a lot of work to maintain, and I think they just wanted to get rid of it and maybe put in like a fire pit so that, I could have friends over in the summer back when, or in the future when we can actually do that. I can have friends over in the summer and we can make s'mores and stuff like that. Um, you know, um, so yeah. But because of that, we're moving the location of the steps to the deck. Hey, hey, hey. Guess who wired it up correctly? Me. Um, we're moving the location, not location. We're moving the deck around, and we're moving the location of the steps. Okay, I might have to make that area a little bigger. We'll see. Um, but yeah, we're moving the location of the steps, and they're gonna put like a vegetable garden in. Now, that's the kind of thing that would look really, really cool in a time lapse. So, I'm currently trying to figure out a way to time lapse that. I'm currently trying to look at the best programs for it, and stuff like that. The best mobile programs for time lapses. I know there probably aren't that many, but I can still try. Alright, so as we come up on the final purchases of the floor, I'm going to outro the video because I'm going to end the stream. So, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Recently, I've had the most viewers I've ever had on live streams, and this channel has been going quicker than I could ever imagine it growing. I wanted to get the 5th floor in today, but I realized it's already been like an hour and 37 minutes. So, thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this as a video and haven't subscribed already, please do. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will hopefully see all of you, if not more of you, in the next video.